and that even though it came off the defender, because the defender wasn't playing it deliberately, that doesn't count as starting a new phase of play. And therefore he was, as you can see there, fractionally offside.
It looks to me like Harry Kane is behind the ball there. I don't see him ahead of the ball. I need one of the referee inspectory fellas to explain to me how that's offside, because it hits number 71, Nacino, after the Spurs player heads it, Emerson heads it back across the goal. So I don't know. It's one that will have to be explained to us, I think.
Well, it was interesting. Sorry to
when the line was drawn on the ball there, it's drawn on the right-hand side of the ball, the line down. You can see it there. So Ryan Emerson Royale's head comes right down, and that's the blue line. And then they obviously take Harry Kane's knee, which is the red line. So he's probably millimetres offside. I mean, literal millimetres. Then obviously you're hoping that, you know, the second phase thing, but it happens so quick. They spoke about that previously, that, you know, what you just said there, if it happens too fast and the defender doesn't do it on purpose.
Yeah.
I mean,
which is something they changed in the last year.
Probably marginally is. Like, but when you're getting down to drawing lines on, you know, the side of the ball and Harry Kane's knee, it's so tight.
It comes back to, it feels kind of ridiculous thing to be doing when you have that moment of great joy and celebration. I know Sporting are delighted, and being overruled because of a hair's breadth.
People wanted certainty as well. People wanted clarity. Managers who were disputing whether players were offside or whether there were penalties, not, but they wanted the system. I mean, people voted to bring in technology, and technology has come in now. I mean, there's games I'm watching.
Wasn't much clarity there at the end, was there?
I'm watching games at times, and I go. And I tell you what, Tommy, I'm enjoying matches much more in the League of Ireland now, because there's no dispute. When the ball goes in the net, if the flag doesn't go up, you can celebrate, or you can throw your hat at the ground or whatever, or give out. But you know it's a goal and it's a goal. Whereas we're watching so many games at a higher level now, and you know we have to wait now.
Yeah.
We can't. It's not final. I must say I'm enjoying the games without VAR.
There's so much at stake. There's so much money at stake. And more often than not, we're getting the right decisions now. And the problem with the issue that we had tonight with this is, with VAR, you have to draw the line somewhere. You know what I understand? You have to say that, you know, it has to be the right side of the ball, and it has to be the first part of the Harry Kane's body that he can score with. So you have to draw the line. And no matter where you draw it, decisions will be very close to it, and at some point it's going to tip over. But in the main, I think that, you know, we're getting right decisions more often. You know, every time VAR gets a decision right, everyone just goes, yeah, whatever, moves on. Anytime there's something like this, we end up talking about it for forever and a day. Unfortunately, you have to draw the line somewhere. I think more often than not, we're getting the right result. It might take a little bit of time, like this one tonight, because it is so close. I understand what Brian's saying, and I understand the feeling that you get when the ball goes in. And
I'm not the only one that has said that, though. I'm not saying the point of view of go to the League of Ireland, but there are other people around the game watching it and going, there's some of the joy has gone out of the game, right? There's a tension about waiting on the decision. Then there's an explosion of celebration if it goes for your team, like for Sporting crowd tonight. They were delighted about it. But in the overall, as you said, there's so much money at stake. The prizes are so big, and they wanted technology, so they've got it.
It hasn't stopped debates and discussions and rows, and so we don't in the Premier League.
No, your emotions are going higher and lower. Yeah.
What was interesting at the end there was you could just hear it. The referee speaking to, I think it was Ben Davies at the end there, and he was explaining the decision. I wonder why they don't mic those guys up.
I think that'll come.
And let us hear, because then when we hear it explained, it tends to be a little bit okay.
Well, we hear it in rugby. And everyone kind of, some people buy the machine on the way in so they can hear the referee. I don't really get that one wrong, but anyway, I think with the more American influence coming into the game, the guy Bowley at Chelsea, he wants more matches. He wants fun matches, or matches between North and South. I think they have it in American.
If the referees were mic'd up, you'd have an awful problem with swearing for players and getting picked up.
And some managers,
some referees too. Might I add, you know, you'd have an awful lot of issues with swearing.
Name names, Damien. Name names. I'm sure you were always a choir boy in your time in football.